Hi Virgo, welcome back to your new moon in Libra reading for September 25th, 2022. All right, again, the first column is what is the new moon bringing you? What is the new cycle beginning here for you? And I have a Page of Swords and an Ace of Cups. So, mind and emotion. Interesting. Page of Swords is my Taurus card. These are people who get results. They want tangible results and they know how to get them. That's Taurus. They work pretty hard at it as well. This is somebody who really clears the clouds from their thinking. They just, with the heavy action, know how to find answers. And so this could be you. It could be somebody that's coming in for you or is active in your space for the next 2 to 4 weeks. Again, it's my Taurus card. And there's the Ace of Cups there. So there can be a new emotional beginning going on here. Remember, the Ace of Cups or the aces are like seeds, and they hold the entire cycle in the seed. And so you get to begin a new cycle where emotion is concerned. And let's see which way that is going. Obviously, this looks like it's a romantic situation, but it's kind of trying to find clarity, possibly in a new romantic situation. You have the King of Wands here, so I have another individual, another person. This is my Aries card. This deck has male and female kings. And so this is the more electric, outgoing King of Wands, or Aries. So this is the more dynamic, adventurous energy I'm feeling. The Aries are pioneers, so they're the first to go. They're the first to go in anywhere. And they don't mind. They quite like it. King of Wands is also somebody who's probably in a position of leadership. These are great managers and that sort of thing, people who are in authority, not the CEOs, that's the King of Pentacles, but really great in positions of authority. And then, I don't know, maybe you're trying to figure out what's going on with this individual and a romantic situation. You're the Magician and the Six of Swords, which is how you're reacting to this. What's coming in for you, this cycle. The Magician is has everything he needs to create whatever he wants. So in this situation, I think you have a lot to do with it. And it's good to know what you want in regards to this, because the Magician can also be, on the more challenging side, a bit manipulative. So what you think about, you bring about with the Magician. Watch your thoughts. And also know why you want to create something, why you want a new emotional beginning, why you want to clear away these sort of cloudy thoughts or things that you can't see clearly. The Six of Swords is an interesting card here because it is, it's usually in business that you're kind of moving away from situations that are unhealthy. The Five of Swords precedes it, and that's really my least favorite card in the deck. It's a no-win situation. So where do you go after a no-win situation? Well, anywhere else. Anywhere else but there. It's just time to kind of turn your back on something that you don't. And this is how you're reacting. This is where your thoughts are going. It's maybe even what you might do, but it's certainly where you think you want to go here. I do want to pull another card for this. With the Magician, it could just be, it's not something that you want, this situation. The Sun means that there's sort of been a light shone upon something, which could very well be because of the Page of Swords. This is clarity. You may have heard information from somebody else. With the sun there, though, there's been a light shown upon something. You've been enlightened about something, which could give you the impetus or the feeling of, well, let me move on. I want to move on. And she's on the dark cloud. So that's kind of my point. What you think about, you bring about. Having said that, you have the sun there, so there's possibility of rebirth and a different feeling if you choose to, if you want to put your thought there. Interesting. The outcome is the Five of Wands and the Emperor. The Five of Wands is, there's conflict. It could be an internal conflict, but there is conflict, and I think it's conflict with authority. And we're going to get the King of Wands here, which is also Aries, which is also somebody who's in authority. This could be father energy, and it could be, again, somebody in a leadership role. And there can be some conflict there. I think that everybody wants the same thing, but they think they want it in a different manner. Everybody has their own idea about how they want to get to that idea. And I think there may have to be some things that you have to kind of rearrange or, yeah, I think there's some rearrangement going on towards the end of this lunar cycle. The Six of Cups. This is a very platonic card. It's really sweet. It's sharing is caring. It's kind. It's lovely. It's a lovely, lovely card. It's memories that come forward, or the past that comes forward again. And during this Mercury retrograde period, we certainly have that opportunity to kind of rehash or reinvent. The Five of Wands, to reinvent a situation. But the Six of Cups is platonic. It's sweet. It's kind. It's two young people. And so there's not any passion there, but there's kindness. And it's sweet. And interesting because this deck also has two Emperor cards. And this one is the one that rules with an iron fist. And I think therein lies the conflict. And perhaps a kinder approach would be more helpful. Some sharing and not dictating is my feeling here. Interesting. So whatever situation is going on here, I almost feel like there's a young person who is rather emotional in a situation where there's an authority figure present. And that doesn't have to be romantic. It just means that it's an emotional situation. And truly, kindness is the key here. A sharing. Again, 5 always wants you to go to 6. 5 is pushing you to find balance in a situation. And you're kind of, I would say, in a way, the leader here, because you have the opportunity, you have the tools that can guide where this situation is going. Again, what you think about, you bring about. And the Six of Swords just wants to move away from conflict. It just wants to get away and kind of resigns itself to, well, that's the way it is. It's not going to change. Let me just move on. Which would be the Five of Swords as far as I'm concerned. But this brings a very healing energy with the sun. And again, there's also enlightenment here. There's been a light shown on something that you really do need to have a good look at. Interesting. So I ask what Spirit wants you to know, and that is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is, again, this time out where you review what you've done up until now and Do I want to continue this way? Or what can I edit? Or what can be rearranged or switched around? Again, with this card, it's saying the same sort of thing. Now there's this sort of waiting for harvest. I mean, the fruits are ripening, but it's not quite time to pick them. And so in that amount of time while you're waiting, you review. It's also important your behavior during this waiting period. So do you wait with excitement and joy and, you know, how delicious or how wonderfully beautiful the flowers smell while they're opening and what have you? Or, you know, are you frustrated? That kind of energy, hurry up, let's grow, let's get this crop finished so I can start something else already. You are at the moment, so Eight of Pentacles is honing your craft. You're just like, I would say, tightening things up right now, editing out what it is that you don't want in a situation. So I think it's an important period or time where you're reviewing situations. I would say the important thing, the big takeaway here, is to do it with kindness, trying not to create too much conflict for yourself, as well as other people, obviously. But, you know, this kind of centers around you, where the magician is here, because you seem, this is the orchestrator. This is the person who's orchestrating the situation. They have the ability to manipulate it whatever way they want. And kindness and sharing is kind of the way to go here. So again, if you want something, you must give something. If you want kindness and sharing, give kindness and sharing. You should get that in return. But the Seven of Pentacles is definitely saying, how are you going to wait? And the fruits are there. The flowers are there. So I would say share your bounty. Very good, Virgo. That's what I have for you. I hope the next 2 to 4 weeks are good and that everything works out to your advantage. And I will be back in 2 weeks for the the full moon reading. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.